Yo, what up, man? Chris, am I checking in, man? Salute, man. Happy Sunday to y'all. Hope you guys is doing well. There was a couple things I want to talk about. I do feel like us as bloggers, we got to do a better job of actually covering some of these battles that drop. You know what I'm saying? So I want to hold myself accountable for not recapping as many battles as I should. I watched Hansel versus Swervo on some battle league. I can't even remember the name, worldwide, something, I don't know, some battle league, but it was a very, very good battle. And these battles are kind of getting swept under the rug. And bloggers in general pretty much don't really recap battles like that anymore. Some of it is because it's on the app. Some of it is just because it's just too many battles. But at the end of the day, a lot of it is just us just not giving a damn, because it's not always what brings the most views or whatever. But shout out to Three Letterman. He still does them a lot of times, and he still does a lot of interviews on some of the, I guess, lesser names in the culture. So I can't say that he does that, but you know, we definitely need to do more of our part. And I want to try to recap more battles when I'm actually at the crib. You know what I'm saying? I don't like doing them when I'm on the road, but at the crib is different. Smack did an interview which was interesting where he talked about pay-per-views.
Hey, for that got the app, y'all streaming the volume on the app?
Nah, we ain't streaming the volume. It's gonna be VOD. Yo, listen, yo, I don't stream. I'm not trying to stream because it's compromised. Bootleg this shit is over with, and then y'all don't respect the content at the end of the day.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? I can't stream no more because, you know what I mean? Like, you got bitch ass that be bootlegging a stream, cutting into our profit, so we can't even recoup when we do a stream. You understand what I'm saying? So the shit is up, you know? A few bad apples spoiled it for everybody. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, it takes a lot to put these events together. I got to pay these to come. I got to pay for their travel. I got to pay for the production. I got to pay for the graphic. I got the presentation. I got to pay for everything. And then when motherfuckers compromise the content by, like, sharing the boot, it got to a point that was so bad. Is selling the bootleg. Is eating, like, yo, Smack is charging this. Yo, we gonna charge him for $10. Yo, give me $10. Some bum ass shit. Like, y'all, man, I'm not. Nah.
I do understand the bootleg aspect of what Smack does. I'm a blogger. A lot of people hit me up with bootleg links. You know, Chris, you want to watch the event? Most of the time, I either got a free link or something. I've already ordered the pay-per-view or whatever, but I get hit up with that all the time. When I do go into these links, though, and I look around and I see what's going on, I see a lot of people from the culture. I'm not going to say anybody's name, but people that are in the culture and literally battle on URL, I see them in there. But these little discords that go around in this culture is like 145 people in this Discord, and another 75 in this Discord, and another 34 in this Discord. And then you got Twitch links, and this person is streaming from Twitch, and this is another 35. And then maybe somebody got slick on YouTube and he's streaming, and it might be a bunch of niggas watching on YouTube because it's free. It might be 1,300 people on the YouTube link or whatever. All those things are possible. So if you just went to the calculator, if you took 145 plus 75 plus 34 plus another 24 on Twitch, 278 times $50, right? Comes up to a little less than 15 grand, 13.9. That right there will pay for probably 3 battles on volume. So bootlegging is a real thing, and it's so bad that what Smack says is right. People are literally bootlegging URL events and then turning around and reselling them for cheaper. I don't really like it, and I don't really respect it. I always been that way. I get it. Niggas gonna bootleg. It's cool. But I'm a content creator. I would hate for someone to take my content and then repackage it and resell it. And that's literally what people do. They'll take a Smack pay-per-view for $50. They'll pay for it, and then they'll create a Discord, do the Discord, and then they'll charge $10 for the Discord so that people can watch it. And it's just taken away from the URL pockets or whatever the case. Not saying everybody in the Discord would have paid 50, but you never really know about that whole situation. And then they'll sit around and try to tell you what's really going on in battle rap and how to make battle rap better. It's like, bro, y'all literally stealing from battle rap niggas. And I'm a big proponent for black business. I'm very, very, you know, I like to see black businesses flourish and everything like that. So I don't really like all that shit is crab in a barrel mentality. I don't really like it personally. I'm not mad at niggas who bootleg, but if you're going to bootleg, watch that shit in the privacy of your home. And if you want to send your boy, send it to him privately. So that's just how I feel. So the bootlegging thing is real. Now, where I do get off track with Smack at is that the battles just need to be better if we keeping it real. And I know that's not always Smack's fault, but he does play a part. And I'm not just saying Smack. I'm just saying every league in general. But sometimes they oversaturate and they book too many artists. They'll recycle a lot of different people. Like right now, it's wide open for URL to book all kinds of people. RBE isn't doing anything right now on the battles. ARP retired. TBL is still around, but they seem to be kind of chilling right now, trying to figure out, I guess, recover from the whole Cassidy and Easy situation. And King of the Dot is in and out. Right now, it's wide open. So the people that they book, we shouldn't be seeing them over and over again. You really can grab anybody in the culture, bro. You can grab Rosenberg Raw. You can grab Big K. You can grab Ill Will. You can grab all these people. Still grab Eunice and all these people. You can literally go get anybody. And I feel like that's what they need to do to just spice things up. It's too many of these cars. It just got the same people on them. It just rinse and repeat with just different people. You know, you look at the volume. The volume is right here. So we got Ill Will versus Tay-Rock, A-War versus Fonz, Rum Nitty versus Mike P, Swamp versus Kid Slade, O-Red versus Jack Boy, Chef Trez versus Eunice. Very, very good card. And, but, you know, some of these guys have battled on URL recently. So I don't know if they're under contracts, battle deals, or whatever the case, but we can rotate some of these names. The other thing is, battle leagues have gotten too comfortable with charging pay-per-views, knowing that niggas are not showing up. And knowing that they're not dropping the price, they're not letting you know this person isn't going to show up. People are just being like, yo, I can't do the battle. Niggas are just being quiet about it. They're not being transparent and upfront about it. And then right before the battle rap event, they'll be like, oh, by the way, Twerk isn't going to make it. And it's just like, we just bought a pay-per-view. And part of the reason why I bought the pay-per-view is because of Twerk. Now you're telling me he's not going to be there, and I ain't really jacking it. So that is a big problem in battle rap. We just saw Twerk and Easy have a battle, but before then, Twerk literally canceled the battle, and he was the main event with Easy. And so TBL had to recover from that situation, and people are going to want to do chargebacks and refunds and all that kind of stuff. So part of the problem that pay-per-views are not supported a lot of times is because there was a time when the 6 battles that were on there were actually shown. URL was only doing events once every 3 months. You didn't really have time to not do events. Everybody was showing up to the battles and doing the battles. Nowadays, you throw a battle flyer up there, you'll be lucky if 100% of the niggas that actually battle that night. It's always some shit. We gonna figure it out. We gonna do this. We gonna spin a block. We gonna redo this battle, redo that battle, and then it just never happens. You know what I'm saying? Like Twerk and A-Ward, they were supposed to battle on remember Twerk had all of a sudden the gout foot or whatever. He didn't do the battle, and they never do the battle. Now we never know what's going on with the battle. They never do the battle. Stuff like that has hurt pay-per-views. So I will say that. I did get confirmation that it looks like they're gonna still stream Gnome and Summer Madness, but it looks like those are gonna be the only events that are basically pay-per-view events. This is what I gotta say about this. I don't know why URL is not streaming from the app. I don't really understand why you have an app that is basically a VOD app, bro. And I just don't feel like you can get enough support that way by having a VOD app. You should be able to sign on to the app, log on to the app, purchase the app, and you should just be able to watch battle rap events. And if you want to stream Smack volume on the app and you want to charge a fee, I'm cool with that. I'm not mad. I know even though we pay $7.99 a month or whatever, I'm not mad at URL charging to watch volume on an app that we already pay $7.99 for. but it needs to be a small amount. I know some of y'all are probably against it. I'm not totally against it, but the pay-per-view for a previous app user like myself, I have the app. Just charge me like $20, man. Charge me like a dub to watch volume. I'm not mad. You know what I'm saying? Just for that month, I end up paying $28, $27.99 to watch, and I watch the volume or whatever. I'm not mad. I know times is rough. I know niggas got to make money, and I know battle rap prices are coming down, but at the same time, it's still, these battle rap events are hard. But I should be able to log on to the app, cash that shit to my TV, and literally watch volume. The fact that I have to, y'all niggas got to do this shit on a Saturday and drop them sometime during the week, and then I'm on the road and I'm barely watching the battles, and then it just loses anything. Now there's no dialogue. One of the big problems with not doing pay-per-view events used to bring a community together, a whole community. A battle rap event happens, a big battle rap event happens, everybody's online, everybody's talking about it, everybody meets on Twitter, they give their opinions, people then take those opinions and they go to spaces, and bloggers like myself and Vada and everybody else, they stream live after the event and they talk about it, and then we recap it, and then everybody is having this whole culture is just having a dialogue about the event, and it really feels like, wow, battle rap is back. When you just have a battle rap event and it just goes to the app just dropped Anderson Burris versus Arsenal. Nobody's talking about it. If it was a live pay-per-view event and Arsenal and Burris battled, it would be talked about because we would have just watched it live and everybody would be talking about like, oh, Anderson is funny and Arsenal did this. It'd be talked about. But when there's no stream, it comes and goes. And then a lot of this stuff is copyright protected. You can't really play with certain clips and all this kind of different kind of stuff going on. If you're not going to do pay-per-view events except for 2 events a year, basically, Gnome and Summer Madness, then I don't really know how we create this community where we talk about battle rap, because nobody's really talking about it. If the bloggers aren't somehow creating the energy from the app and bringing it to YouTube videos for recaps, people are not talking about Arsenal and Anderson Burris. I would have to recap it and talk about it, and it was something would have to go on before it creates a dialogue. But when you had a pay-per-view, everybody talked about it because they're watching it live. It just loses its luster dropping on the app 5 days later. It's just not the same. The energy that you had, like, oh, Tay-Rock and Ill Will battle today. Then you don't watch it because it's not live, and then it randomly drops at like 3 p.m. on Wednesday. And it's just like, oh, okay. And that's just kind of like your attitude now. The build-up isn't there. When there was a weekend and there was a battle rap event, a smack event, niggas stopped what they doing, went and grabbed their wings, went and grabbed their pizza, went and grabbed they liquor, whatever they needed to do, and they sat to this fucking, buried themselves in this chair for 6 or 7 hours and watched an event. That kept the community together. When you don't have that, it's a problem. And I think URL needs to realize without that and without bloggers helping engage or the battlers recreating some type of energy, this is what battle rap is, bro. So when I look at this, I kind of give battle rap like 2 more years. I give it the rest of this year, and I give it 2027 to me is like Surf's year. It's the year of Surf. It's the year that he probably battles Mook and maybe rematches Lux and maybe battles Easy and, you know, stuff like that. Maybe battles Mav Hoffa. I feel like in 2027, when he gets out of jail this year in July, he'll have 5 months left. I don't know if he'll battle, but next year he should be able to rack up some checks being on damn near every card and battling, and probably battle 3-4 times that year and rack up some money. And I look at 2027 as Surf's year. And after that, I really don't know where battle rap is. This shit probably over. It feels like it's over anyway, but I feel like Surf and Mook and some of these other events might bring out more of the willingness to do pay-per-view events. We'll see, man. Maybe with Surf Home, they might be more willing to do shit like double impacts and just different shit that they're not doing now. But yeah, 2027, man. It's over, bro, in 2027. Bloggers, find some other shit to talk about if you don't do that before 2027. Last I'm going to talk about Hassan, Campbell, and Smack. this all started, obviously Hassan Campbell had a little bit to say about Geechee Gotti. A lot of people felt like you never really do anything in the culture. You never really promote battle rap, but then you want to talk down on Geechee. These guys are content creators. I really don't have no problem with these niggas talking about Geechee, bro. Geechee did some clown, goofy ass shit. Let's just keep it real. And if niggas want to talk about it, I'm not necessarily mad. That's what content creators do. At the end, I'm a battle rap blogger, but when Diddy went to jail, I did a few Diddy blogs. I don't talk about Diddy though, but I did a couple Diddy blogs. So at the end of the day, niggas is gonna find a way to eat on content if you're a content creator. So and everybody's entitled to their opinion, and niggas ain't lying. I didn't think Hassan Campbell was wrong in what he said. Well, he was wrong in some of the stuff, but he wasn't wrong in what he said about Geechee. Like, Geechee had done some stuff that just did not make sense, and he should have put himself in a better position. That I will say. Now, I ain't gonna really harp on it. I know niggas go through a lot of stuff, but Smack, it kind of started with him saying what he said about Geechee, and then Rock talking about it when he said this.
Just for instance, like, you got the actor, the Hassan Campbell niggas that claim they made millions on YouTube. You get what I'm saying? And then they do shit like, yeah, these battle rappers should be making, they say what we should be making, but y'all ain't never stepped in this culture to, you know what I mean, get up with Smack and really help niggas out. Y'all ain't ever did that.
Yeah, did.
I know for sure them niggas ain't never.
Yeah.
I do agree with that. They kind of off on the prices. Like I'm not really buying the whole like niggas should be millionaires, niggas should be doing this. Maybe a couple people could have been put in that position, but battle rap is still a niche thing. And at the end of the day, a lot of these guys they're not business savvy enough to be able to flip this kind of money and turn it into this and this and this. A lot of these guys don't really have that ability. So to kind of get in there and say what someone should be doing, but like I say, if you're not part of the solution, you're part of the problem. And what Hassan Campbell was doing was telling people the money they should be making, but you wasn't showing them the money they could be making. And then you only want to talk about it when a nigga get arrested. But what about when the niggas was out here eating and you probably felt the same way, but you weren't telling them. You know what I'm saying? And you weren't covering battle rap. That part that Tay-Rock say, I do agree with.
It's like they only doing this shit when something bad happen, like when a nigga get locked up.
They just clickbaiting, like, you know what I mean, at the end of the day, and they not doing their due diligence to seeing like what's really fucking going on inside of this shit. You understand what I'm saying? And that's fake nigga shit at the end of the day. Because if you speaking on another nigga business and, you know what I'm saying, and especially if you got influence and power, you got influence and power and you're not really like, you know what I mean, really going through the right channels to like really try to like help or benefit the situation. It's just like you just utilizing the shit for like, you know what I'm saying, a conversation or a current event and keep back the.
All right, so I don't really have, you know, Smack is saying if you're not using your platform for trying to do better, bro, these are content creators, bro. They talk about everybody. This ain't just no Geechee Gotti thing. They talk about Cardi B. They talk about Mav Hoffa. They talk about Offset. They talk about Nicki Minaj. They talk about everybody. It's just what they do. You have a personal relationship with Geechee Gotti, so I understand why you're protecting him or why you're feeling like I don't want to rain on his parade or I don't want to bash him, but you actually know him personally. Hassan Campbell don't build with Geechee, so at the end of the day, like, Hassan is going to do what he does and you're going to do what you do. But I don't think Hassan is wrong, not as a content creator. And I don't think you're wrong for defending Geechee. Like, I don't expect Smack to get up here and be like, yeah, fuck Geechee. The nigga was good. He got arrested. I expect you to hold him down because it's been plenty of people that have gotten arrested on URL, and URL is never going to come out and condemn them. They're going to try to support if they can or just be neutral or whatever. Let me see what else he says.
Yeah, like, you know what I'm saying? If you really about, you know what I'm saying, the street shit and you really know what the fuck is going on with niggas that's been on the grind and been getting it out the mud for years, and you supposed to salute that like, yo, how can I utilize my platform to help what the fuck is going on? If you ain't really on that time, don't speak on us, man.
All right. Bro, if niggas don't want to help a nigga that literally broke into a pharmacy, niggas don't want to do that, bro. Niggas might not want to do that. You, like I say, you got a personal relationship. At the end of the day, how you feel about Geechee, you're doing what I expect Smack to do. Geechee helped make Smack a lot of money, bro. He's supposed to hold him down, at least publicly. Maybe privately, he might be telling niggas, yo, that nigga Geechee is crazy as fuck, did some cornball ass shit. He's not going to say that publicly, though. So he's doing what he's supposed to do. Rock, who used to call Geechee like one of his boys or whatever, Rock is doing what he's supposed to do. I'm sure if you talk to Hustle, Danny Myers, any of these, they're going to hold Geechee down. But that's what you do when you friends with people and you build with people. You maybe bash them privately and hold them down publicly. I'm not necessarily mad at that. But I can't be mad at Hassan, Campbell, and Academics in a way like, yeah, it would be nice if they threw battle rap more of an olive branch, but they don't. But this content shit, yeah, niggas is jumping on this content shit, bro. That's just what they do. You know what I'm saying? Smack probably got a problem with regular bloggers talking about Geechee, like myself and Caps and Vada and everybody. So Smack ain't gonna like nobody talking down on Geechee. But no, we not. If people don't want to support, ain't jacking what Geechee did, like you know. Then they just not jacking what he did. So we had that. This is pretty much the response, man, from let me see, where is it at?
Present he's the head of a franchise. You're supposed to be a CEO, but he coming off like a little dusty nigga. But I guess he gotta carry himself like a little dusty nigga to keep them dusty niggas next to him. And that's the reason why Geechee Gotti could go out and do some dumb shit, because you got the OG telling the young G, yeah, it's all right. We gonna figure it out. We gonna get you out. Nigga, bail that nigga out of jail. Shut the fuck up. Being that now you in your feelings and we gonna talk. If you want to talk, bail that nigga the fuck out and shut the fuck up. Because you got the money to do it. Stop putting the niggas up under slave deals.
First of all, ain't nobody bailing Geechee out, bro. Like, he got to hold, he got to go to the feds, he got to be on an ankle monitor. Like, you bailing him out for what? He can't even make no money for you if you bail him out to try to even pay you back. Bailing, like, you just don't bail niggas out. You're actually responsible for people you bail out. You know what I'm saying? If they skip bail, jump ship, do whatever, you bail them out. So, no, Geechee Gotti, to me, is a little bit in too much trouble for Smack to just be like, yo, I just bail you out of jail. Like, I'll just pay the $100,000 and bail you out, because then what? Then you got a Fed hold, which means you're still not out of jail. And then you got an ankle monitor, got to stay in Ohio. So where you going to battle at? I got to come to Ohio, throw an event to try to get you to battle, and then you got to get permission. Like, no, you bail you out, and you can't do nothing if I bail you out. So, I don't know. I don't agree with that.
Teach them how to invest their money when you giving them a $20,000 check. You giving them a $30,000 check at one time so they can keep coming back. But if you teach a nigga to fish, why would they keep coming back to swim that? Why would they keep coming back? They don't need them no more. See, I was bringing Smack up in the beginning when ARP came and got disrespectful. But this Smack gonna come up here and you talking like,
I don't like this slave deal narrative they're talking about. URL got niggas in slave deals. Bro, y'all niggas signed a deal, man. If y'all don't want to sign it, you don't have to battle on URL. You can just tell P you want off your contract and you want to go do your own thing. We seen Big K do it. We seen Rosenberg Raw. I mean, other people go take their own route. Show Off and Adi Boom and all them people broke their contract and did what they want to do. I don't really feel like that. And then when URL did have money, like in caffeine and stuff like that, in situations, they gave y'all niggas the money. Y'all niggas just didn't do what y'all needed to do with it. They was paying y'all, booking y'all over and over again, paying y'all $30,000 and $40,000 a battle, and giving y'all caffeine deals, and y'all niggas was streaming on some bullshit and doing whack ass shows and all kind of stuff that was going on. But y'all literally was getting caffeine deals and getting money from caffeine. So they got all of this $113 million influx of money from Fox and caffeine, literally overpaid the ballers. Even if they were overpaying for their loyalty, they still were overpaying the ballers. So I can't act like Smack just hoarded the money. He was giving the money out. So I don't really look at this slave deal shit. I think is way overblown when it comes to URL.
You start talking like the grown CEO. The nigga sounded like a chicken head talking about me and academics. Grown men talk as grown men, and little boys talk as little boys. And Smack sound like a little fucking boy on that internet. and all that. I've been in the streets, my nigga. You ain't never bust a gun in your life. Stop talking like you in the streets. Everybody been in the streets. There's a difference between niggas that ran blocks, did stick ups, been in jail for 125.25s. You took pictures with them niggas. I was them niggas. There's a difference. Stay in your place, my nigga.
He was actually talking spicy on his interview, man. Who do y'all side with? I know some people don't really like Hassan Campbell, but whose side are you on, Hassan Campbell or Smack? But yeah, he was talking spicy, man. He was talking spicy. So, but salute to everybody. Chris Unbiased, holla at your boy.